Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and today is Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. The tarot card for today is Temperance, and this is from a deck in progress by Australian artist Lindy Longhurst. And you can follow Lindy on both Facebook and Instagram to watch this deck come to life. I'm really looking forward to this one. You know, there are at least 4 or 5 cards in a tarot deck which represent balance, but there are different types of balance as well. And right now, especially since we're in Virgo season, this particular Temperance card seems so appropriate. And we do have some Libra energy coming up as well that I want to talk about here today. But the Temperance card is a card of balance, but it's also a card of health, which is something which is focused on with Virgo. And you know, I always call it a card of focus, and the reason I say that is that when our focus is maybe all too much in one direction, okay, where we're thinking all about this over here and we're forgetting about that over there, we automatically throw things out of balance. So this is about that, getting everything, not going overboard in any one area. And that can relate to, and I was talking about health, it can relate to things like overeating and drugs and alcohol and anything where one tends to, go overboard. This is a card of moderation, which is another form of putting things into balance. So, we have a focus in this direction today. We also have a number of things going on. The moon is going to move into Capricorn, but not before it squares Mars, and the sun opposes Neptune. Oh boy, the sun opposed Neptune. I am actually tired of bringing it up, but the number of aspects, transits, whatever, that keep coming up, keep lending themselves to this confusion, right? And the confusion is in the, being susceptible to conspiracy theories and things of that nature. I don't know, if I hear one more person tell me that they researched something, and they try to tell me all the facts, blah, 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 and they couldn't be further from the truth. I don't know where people are getting their information from. I really, truly don't. But I'm saying all of this because this particular sun opposed Neptune is really making it, difficult to discern what is, who's pulling the wool over your eyes with the technology that we have available these days. We have everything from, grandma scams to, you name it. If there is something out there that someone can find a way to pull the wool over your eyes and to deceive you via the internet or even calling you on the phone, they will do it. They will absolutely do it. So, that's a tough one, and I just need to remind everyone again to watch out. And, with the sun, there's also maybe some ego issues that are in there as well. Next up, the moon is going to square Mars. And what's interesting about both of these is that the moon is at the tail end of Sagittarius, and Mars happens to be at the tail end of Virgo. It's kind of like a recipe for, I want to use the words like hit and run, where someone just suddenly blurts out all kinds of nonsense, and then they're done. That's it. It's over. Okay. Fortunately, it is a short-lived type of transit, because it involves the moon. But, with the moon, you have some moodiness that's there. And with Mars, you have impulse and that speaking without thinking kind of thing. So, if you can avoid that, I will definitely do it. Like I said, not too long after that, the moon moves on. It moves into Capricorn. where it will later sextile Venus. I'm going to go out here on a limb and say this would be a good time for a date night, but not if it's a first time date. Okay, we'll leave it at that, with Mercury in shadow, or just hanging out with friends, people that you really, really care about. It's a very sensitive, caring influence. And our final stop, Mars, our planet of action and energy, is moving into Libra. It's rather late in the day here that it's happening, so you may or may not notice it as much. It's going to stay there through October 30th. Now, this is not a great place for Mars to be, okay? Because it's almost like, the way I feel it, as someone who's really influenced by Mars energy, is kind of like a stop and go, because there's that hesitance and the need to balance, right? We started off talking about the Temperance Card and cards of balance. So, here we are arriving at our destination at the end of the day. Mars moving into Libra. So there's going to be a lot of action taken in the coming 6 weeks where one takes the time to weigh things out before impulsively moving forward. That's not easy, okay? It's not an easy thing to do, and it kind of will have some of you feeling as though maybe that there's procrastination or, not as much productivity, that type of thing. It depends upon who you are and how you handle that type of energy. But know that once we get to October 30th, Mars then goes home to Scorpio. So, our Temperance card, focus, balance. What do you need to bring back into line in your life in order to move forward, I want to say, in a much healthier manner? So I want to thank you all very much for being here. I'll see you here again tomorrow. And as always, have a great day.